Welcome to STAAD Foundation Advanced tutorials by Civil Thinking, and this is our another class in STAAD Foundation Advanced. Now in this lecture we are going to see how to analyze and design a strap footing. Okay, so before we actually design the strap footing, let us go into some basic introduction of strap footing. Now, what is a strap footing? Strap footing is what happens when you have two isolated footings. Okay, when you connect two isolated footings with the help of a strap. Okay, with the help of a strap, we call that structure, okay, a strap foundation. Okay, so this is a strap. What is strap? Strap is basically a beam which connects two isolated footings. Okay, so this one is the left footing, and this one is the right footing of this strap foundation. Okay, now if we see the section view, for example, let me draw two isolated footings. So these are two isolated footings. Okay, now what is strap? Strap is basically when you connect these two with the help of what? With the help of a strap. Okay, with the help of a beam. Okay, now in the section view we can see the height. This is the height of the strap. Okay, height of the strap. And in the plan view we can see the the width of the strap. Okay, so what is the use of this strap? Strap basically helps us to transfer two things. Basically it helps us to transfer the lateral load from one footing to another footing, and it also helps us to to transfer flexural forces, that is bending moments, from one to other. Okay, so what are the two uses of this? It is to transfer what? Lateral forces from one footing to another. This is one use. And another use is to transfer what? To transfer movements. Okay, so we can do the same thing using a combined footing, but the problem with the combined footing is that then you have to use a lot of what? Material. Okay, you have to use the lot of resources. Okay, but with the help of a beam, simple beam, a strap, you can save a lot of resources, you can save the material, and without any compromising of these, without any loss of efficiency of any transfer of lateral forces or the movements. Okay, so basically you become source efficient, and you don't compromise the the function overall. Okay, so let us move on to actual designing of the strap footing in STAAD Foundation Advanced. Okay, so we are going to create a new project in the general foundation. Okay, so before doing anything, let us save our project. Let me save this to let me save this here. I will name this as strap footing. Okay, strap footing design in SFA, STAAD Foundation Advanced. Okay, so now since we have saved our project, so let us begin. So as I have told you in my previous classes, we have to begin from one step, then move on to the the step downwards. Okay, until we finish our design. Okay, so the first step is always what? We have to specify the location of the two isolated footings. Okay, so let me set this at the origin. So 0 0 0, I set this one at the origin. Now I will keep this one at at some distance. Okay, for example 10 feet in the x direction. Okay, so we have these two, these are two columns. Okay, so since we have defined the position of both columns, so now let us move on to defining the column dimensions. Okay, so this is the support one. So when you click on these two, you will see the color means selected. Okay, so So in the support one, I will keep the length as 2 feet, okay, and keep the width as 2 feet. And similarly here I will keep the width as length as 2 feet and the width as 2 feet, okay. So our dimensions of the columns are ready, so we can move to the next step, loads and factors, okay. So I will create a dead load case. I will name it as dead load, okay. Load case is primary. So because primary, why primary? Because I am going to use this dead load in both the service design and the ultimate design, okay. And here it is, the dead load is set as, loading type is set as dead load, okay. So I'm going to hit add, okay. Similarly I will create a load case for the live load. So I'm going to name it as live load. Again it is going to be primary, means it will be used in both, what, in the service check and the ultimate check. So here I will keep the loading type as live load, okay. So I will add this, okay. Now in the dead load I will actually define a load. Now I wanted load of, for example, minus 50 cube downwards, okay. And in the live load I will right click and add the load. Again in the y direction I will add minus 20, okay. So here we have this dead load and this is our live load, okay. So I'm going to assign these to both of them, okay. Assign load, so they will be applied to both of them. Why? Because assign to view is selected, okay. Similarly this I am going to assign this one, the live load, to both of them, okay. Assign to view, okay. So here we have both the loads applied. This one is dead load and this one is live load, okay. Now let me save this first, okay. So our loads are applied. So now let us create the load combination, okay. I will use the program for that to generate the load combination, and I am going to use this American code table 716, okay. So I will hit the generate load combination in on both sides. Okay, so I have clicked both the buttons, generate load combination. These load cases are what, service loads, and these load cases are what, ultimate cases, okay. So we have created all of these, so you can see them here, okay. All of these are our load cases, okay. So let us save this first. Now we have also created the loads and load combinations, so we are done in the loads and factors. Now the soil properties, these are the properties generated by the program based on the code, okay. So we are done with all of these. Now let us move on to the job setup. So I will going to create a new job, okay. So I will name this as strap footing job, okay. Now here it is important, job type. I have to select the job type as, here it is, the strap, okay. So this is the most important. So I keep the job type as strap, okay. So assign to all supports means it is going to apply this job will be for what, all the these footings, okay. So I am going to use all these load cases, so I will hit the second, it will import all these, okay. Now I will click on create job. So our job is ready. Now I have to define the which one is strap footing, okay. So I will select this one by clicking and press the control button and select this one too. So both the footings are selected, so these two will be used to what, to create a strap footing. Means when I have selected these two, when I click on create from the selected nodes, right, it is about strip footing, so it is going to add a strip between the two, okay. So I will click on this. So as you can see, this is our strap footing, okay. So let us move on to our job, okay. So and select some design parameters. Now concrete and reinforcement, these are every details, unit weight of concrete, okay. So the minimum bar spacing, everything here you can set based on your project, okay. Now I am not going to tell each and everything about this, because they are just simple, straightforward things. If you have any doubt, okay, in any of these, you can comment, okay, and I will help you. Similarly with the cover and the soil, this is the geotechnical part, okay. Now these things depend on the soil conditions, okay. So what is the unit weight of soil, okay, you might be provided with these values in your project, okay, or in your problem, okay. Then we have footing geometry. Now in the footing geometry, you have to define the the length, the width, the maximum length, the maximum width, okay. So basically, what is length? Length is the initial. It is, I will keep this as 24 inch, okay, and the width as 24 inch. But if there is some problem, okay, if if 24 inch is not enough, so what it is going to do, it is going to increase the length up to maximum length of 240 inch, okay. Now again, you can change these values, okay. It is not something that you cannot change. You can change what you want. The minimum to maximum you have to choose, okay. So basically, it will do iterations. It will try to design for different kinds of different values of length and the width, okay. Then it will choose the best one, okay, between the length up to the maximum length, or up to the maximum width, or up to the maximum thickness. The program is going to choose the best option, best values, okay. So our footing geometry is ready, okay. Now one more thing here is I have selected the identical footings, okay. Now if I uncheck them, so I can individually this is right footing, all this column, and this column is for the left footing. So if it is unchecked, okay, so I can individually change the values of each, okay. But for the sake of simplicity, I am assuming both of them, both the footings are what, they are identical. It means the dimensions of both are same, okay. So I will check the identical footings, okay. So let us design now. So I will click on design to so that the program can design our STAAD footing, okay. So here we have our strap footing design is ready, okay. So this is our calculation sheet, okay. Now here you can see all the details, okay. You will see in depth details, all the design steps it has taken, okay. You can see here, okay. So our strap footing design is ready, okay, with 0 errors. Now this is our drawing. If we want, you can see this. This is our drawing, okay. This is about our bottom reinforcement, okay. Now these are 3 bars of each of 5-inch diameter, okay. So you can see everything here, okay. So these are all our drawings are ready. You can also save them. You can also save them as AutoCAD files, okay. And what we have everything, okay. So this is about calculation sheet, okay. You can also print this, okay. So I think that is fairly enough that we wanted to talk today, okay. And if you have any doubt, you can comment, or you can also contact me for any project help. So that's it for today. See you in the next class. Thank you.